Right. Okay. All right. All right. We live. We gonna turn it over to our beautiful hosts, Syretta and Nikki.
Welcome to the Griots Podcast, Season 2, Episode 5, the book launch celebration.
We are so excited to be here. I am Syretta.
I'm Nikki, and we're your favorite sisters. Before we get started, we would have soulful hip hop artist Obafemi, who is also an author, Pan-African, and activist, who will be performing I Got It.
Hold on, y'all. Are y'all hearing the playback?
No.
I don't think so.
No, we'll hear nothing, Kofi. It's all good.
Y'all, hold on one second. I'm having playback from somewhere. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Go ahead. I'm dumb, y'all. I'm dumb. I got about 4 laptops over here, and I got one plugged in. All right, I'm good.
Do you want us to start over?
Kofi, I didn't give you any of my solo runs because you have a real artist about to perform, so I didn't feel like it was any need for me to do too much.
Well, he's not even. We're gonna move on forward because I don't even see. Hold on, let me look. He's not even in here. So.
Oh, okay, sisters. Just for everybody, just a little extra.
Hold on, y'all.
That made my whole day. My day is made.
Yeah, go with it. Go with it, Syretta. Go with it. Go with it. We want the full mindset. Go with it.
I just kind of felt like, Syretta, slow down. This is a real performer here. But then when I was like, okay. But now it's out. We're ready to move on.
But yeah, let's move on. Obafemi is not here. I told him to be here at 15 minutes before, but we can move on. We can move on.
Okay, you guys. Let's get into the reason for the episode.
So we want to thank everyone for joining this exciting online book launch celebration. This episode will be celebrating the release of Acting on Your Dreams and Vision, the inspiring book by Kofi Piesie, Seanathan, and Dr. Ashley Wade. This groundbreaking book delves into the power of turning dreams and visions into reality, offering practical insight and motivating stories from 3 distinguished authors. Discover how to harness your potential, overcome obstacles, and take actionable steps towards achieving your goals. So let's get into our panelists.
We are so excited, you guys. There is so many super, super cool people here. So let's get started. Go ahead, Nikki.
So once I introduce you guys, please just tell us briefly about yourself. Mr. Matt James.
Should we clap?
Okay, I would expect to be first. Well, hello, I am Matt James, known as the History Griot on IG. I am originally from Arkansas, living in Dallas, Texas. Sitting here next to the wonderful Dr. Ashley Wade. It is an honor to be here with you all. I am a 3rd grade school teacher at the Academy of Dallas in Oak Cliff, which is an area in Dallas, Texas. And again, I'm just happy to be here to enact on my dreams, or speak about my dreams, I should say.
We are so thankful to have you.
The beautiful Billienicole.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for having me. I apologize for any outspoken or boldness behavior that I may or may not show on today, but that is just merely who I am. I'm an avid reader. I'm a social worker by trade. I love to be a public servant, love to help children and families. And yeah, I don't know why they invited me, but I'm here. Good to see y'all.
Listen, I'm excited.
That's how she can start every conversation, apologizing for her mouth.
Immediately, I feel like you brought the energy I needed, and we are so happy to get to meet you.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Too
you.
Wealthy.
Okay, too wealthy then.
Mr. Wealthy, he's not here.
Okay. Moving along. Cool Coolers. I hope I said that right.
You were close. It's Cool Colas.
Colas. Thank you. I'm going to have it down the next time.
No, you good. Okay, so as they just said, I'm Cool Colas. I am a native of Michigan, specifically the Detroit area. I currently reside in North Carolina, Charlotte specifically. I am an author. I'm a writer. I am an activist. I am a content creator, and I'm a pro-Black media analyst as well, too, meaning I break down different media depictions and images and how they relate to Black people. Specifically, I identified the anti-Blackness, and I showed you how we can create a better media.
I like that. I like that.
Awesome. It is so good to meet you. We're so happy that you're here.
Nice to meet
Mr.
y'all, too.
Keith, thank you. Mr. Keith Nickerson.
We were still waiting to try to get Keith in right now. He's having technical difficulty.
Okay. Mr. Nspire.
Y'all got some cool names.
I know. I feel like we need to jazz ourselves up a little bit.
Don't level up Nikki.
I want to apologize for my background. It's kind of loud. Currently watching two of my nephews play basketball. So I am Constant Inspire. I'm a guide, meaning I generate, uplift, inspire, develop, and empower you to live inspired every day forever, because that's life. I'm currently in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, relocated from Louisiana, originally from Chicago. So all I'm gonna say is we about that action and we support and bringing our dreams to life. So that's what I'm here for. Thank all the panelists and both the author for inviting me to be here.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you. Our cousin Dara Lewis.
When he just here?
Hey.
Yo, my bad, yo. I'm here, shit. I'm here. What's up, y'all? I'm D. Lewis, the narrator. And yeah, this is fun. I'm gonna enjoy this. This is a good launch off joint. I actually had the privilege of writing the foreword to this book. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I was having some technical difficulties. Y'all don't be laughing and shit. I ain't as cool as Kofi, y'all. I ain't as cool as Kofi, but I'm getting it.
I'm not cool, man. I'm a lame, but I'm a square. I ain't gonna say I'm a lame. I'm a square, but I'm fine with being a square.
That's what's up.
The beautiful, the A. Lewis.
Okay. Look at you looking gorgeous.
Everyone. Hello, cousins. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here and honored. I've been watching this journey online come to fruition, and I'm just so excited to be here with all of you and to hear like your inspiration behind the book and figure out how I can be an asset so that we can get everybody else involved and in tune to this movement that you're creating around fulfilling on your dreams. So I'm super excited to be here. Thank you.
You're so damn eloquent. You know that?
That's why we work.
You eloquent as hell.
Y'all too, we are so happy to have y'all. Anytime that we get to be in y'all space is a good time.
It's a good time. Miss Winifred Summer.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Winifred Summer, also known as the HR Darling. I'm an HR professional. I like to provide workforce insight from an HR lens. I'm also an author, blossoming speaker, and I offer career guidance and career support. Happy to be here. Very excited for what today is going to bring.
That is super
cool.
We got Obafemi in the building. So once y'all get through introducing y'allself, Obafemi will let you introduce yourself. They've been practicing your name too, Obafemi. So I want you to break down your full name. I was gonna give them your full name, but I said I'll just give them just a piece of your name and let them practice on that. But you know, run that one. I mean, well, go y'all get through, and then Obafemi, you can run down who you is, run down some of the things you got going on, and then you can get into the performance.
Okay. Well, let's get to the authors of our book, the reason we are here.
Well, let's go. We done with the introduction? I mean,
yes, sir.
Okay, well, we'll do the performance, and then
Okay.
you can come back and y'all can the authors will introduce themselves.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's on you, Obafemi. Introduce yourself first, Obafemi, and let everybody know exactly what your name means and some of the things you got, and then what song you'll be doing for us tonight.
Peace, everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cool. Yeah. Look, apologize for being late. I was on another Zoom call meeting. My connection been acting up, so it's been kind of hectic here the past hour or so. So my name is Obafemi Kinsie Da Griot. I'm born and raised Palm Bluff, Arkansas. My brother Kofi invited me on for this, and I definitely appreciate that. Good looking out, brother. Obafemi, my name is Yoruba. So my name is Oba means king, and Femi means loves me. So the king loves me. My last name is really, I'm using it as a last name, but it's really like my clan name. Just doing some spiritual work on my roots and my ancestry. So my last name is Kinsie Da Griot, and that means the people of the fish. So my last name is from the Congo. So that's where my mother's family line starts, in the Congo. So Obafemi Kinsie Da Griot, that's my name. Anyway, I'm an artist. I also am an author. I published my first book last year, a children's book called Days of Sunday, about African-centered homeschooling. It follows the life and times of a young boy through the course of a week and what he does with his family, his community, and how they incorporate valuable principles of how he lives and all of that in his everyday lessons. So, shameless plug for my own book. Anyway,
I'm not mad at it. I'm glad you said it because we would have tore that name all the way up.
It's a nice name, though.
It's very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So listen. I don't know how this is gonna sound. I'm probably just gonna do this a cappella. I'm on vacation right now, so I don't have my stuff and my audio and all of that type of stuff. So I got a track I released earlier this year called "I Got It." So I'm gonna do that a cappella. I'll probably put the link to the video and all of that stuff in the chat so y'all can check out the video. So it's called "I Got It." All right. I got soul, I got shine, I got spirit, I am bold, knowledge of switch up, sell out, never fold. I got herbs, I got fruits, I got water, healing roots, I got gardens growing food, and them blickies they'll shoot. We got love, we got peace, we got war out in these streets. We got answers for the questions, for the pain, we be relief. We got goals, we got drive, we got skills and ambition, we got bark, we got bite, we got freedom from addiction. You got money, be no dummy, peep the system.
He done froze up. You done froze up on us. Oh, it's on my end.
No, I think it's froze.
Yeah. It done froze up on us, Obi. Yeah, he done froze up. Well, let's oh man, I sure wanted that too. And I like that song too. That's off the MCE album. Right there. But that was Obafemi, y'all. He's having technical difficulties. He's say he's on vacation. So but appreciate you, brother Obafemi, man. We appreciate you for trying to come on, man, and keep your word and do it, man. We appreciate that, man. But we can move on. Let's move on.
Okay, so now we would like to introduce the authors of the book, Acting on Your Dreams and Visions.
All right. Well, I'll go first. I go by the name of Kofi Piesie. I'm a writer, as most would know. I'm a ghostwriter. I'm an author. I'm a publisher. I'm a public speaker. I'm a lecturer. I'm a member of various research groups such as the Masi Warrior Clan, the Seshuma Ani Meadow Nature, and my own research group called the Kofi Piesie Research Team, where we have provided a extensive volume of research of African culture and tradition. And I'm a podcaster. And I am a music producer. I have a publishing company called Ubuntu Music and an apparel company where I sell clothes that represents our culture and our tradition. It is called Mboka Family Connect Apparel.
Thank you, Kofi. It is always wonderful, all the things that you do. I mean, like, you wear all the hats. All the hats.
It's very inspiring.
And you do it so well. Me and Nikki just was talking about how we need to get with Kofi so we can get on Kofi level.
You don't get no sleep on Kofi level.
Okay, well, see, that's where Nikki come in, Kofi, because I like to play.
No sleep. No sleep. No
Hit
sleep.
us with it, Sean.
I'm gonna let Dr. Wade go next, man. Let the lady go first. Go ahead, lady.
Also, Precious. What up, good people? I hope y'all are doing well. I'm so happy and lit to be here with y'all. I am Dr. Ashley Wade. I am a pharmacist. I'm an author. I am a community and literacy advocate. And I like to build programs for the community that are neat and engaging, where people can tap into the consciousness and find reading as cool as I do. Thank you guys so much for joining us as we release this book. I'm so excited to tap in with you all. And it's so neat to hear y'all. I'm like, oh, Winifred, she sounds like Winifred. Oh, the Sip and Reed sisters right here. So I'm over here geeking real bad because I honor all of y'all. And shout out to the homie Mr. Nspire over there in Texas. And I'm just so glad. I'm happy to be here with my good people.
We are so excited to have you. And we so happy to matching with you. All we talk about is how cute you are in your style. And for the first time, we are unit. We're solid and we appreciate that.
And y'all definitely gonna have to link up. I done told y'all to holler at sis. I already told her y'all wanted to, chop it up with her or whatever. So y'all exchange, before we get off here. Y'all get, y'all link up with each other.
We need to, Kofi, but we so worried we gonna fangirl too hard and she gonna separate. So we gotta keep, we gotta come in.
Bring all the energy. I'm here for all the energy. I look forward to that though. I'm always down for some good work.
Okay. We excited about it.
Seanathan.
Yes, it's on me. I am Sean P of the Sean P Experience, podcast host, public speaker, author, community curator, and I'm always trying to bring content to the people where we highlight the importance of literacy while having a good time. So I'll leave it at that.
We are here for it. We are here for it. Excited. I feel like all of you guys bring such a unique situation to the table. So I can't wait to see what all of your minds really have created together. We're super excited.
For sure. Okay, so now we would like to get inserts from the books. Mr. D. Lewis, if you can read the floor for us.
Yeah, we just a page. We just gonna read the insert. We would love for you to read
thank
the
you
page.
for clearing that up, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, hell, no, I ain't about to read the whole forward. Nah.
You got to get the book for that.
Shit, I read a snippet.
Yeah, you just read a page, man.
Wait a minute, audio narrator. Come on, award-winning award nominated.
Talk for a living. Get paid for a living.
They may get paid to talk, man.
Just something special for your favorite sister.
Y'all ain't about to rope me into none of that. But I will give y'all a little piece of it like my man Kofi wanted me to.
D, I got one request. Do it in your audio voice. That's all I ask. Do it in your audio voice. Can I get
that's
that?
a booth experience, man. I got to be, you know what I mean?
I
got
right.
you. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna do the best I can, man. Okay. But this is outside the booth, you know what I mean? So here we go, y'all. So I'm gonna start. This is gonna be page 7 for those who want to go check out kind of where I'm pulling this from. But I'm actually gonna start on the last sentence of page 6, just so I don't start in the middle of a paragraph. So, most of us experience at some point in our childhood, the young adolescence, what I like to refer to as the killing of dreams. As children, we all have had ambitions, ideas, and aspirations of what we wanted our lives to look like. However, the world around us quickly changed, and we started to hear phrases like, life is not a fairy tale. You need to get serious about life and grow up. Or maybe we were told, it's okay to dream, but they need to be more realistic, something more attainable. So, armed with that professional advice, we abandoned our dreams and we entered what is known as the real world. Work, eat, sleep, rinse, and repeat. If we're lucky, we can get a chance to have a little bit of fun thrown in there somewhere. But I'm here to tell you that this is not the end of the story. Why? Because we still have the ability to dream. The biggest difference now is that we have complete autonomy of our lives. We no longer have to listen to what someone else thinks we should be doing. We can do as we please. This is where the real magical journey begins. When combined and used properly, dreams and visions have the ability to shape our own individual reality in ways we never ever imagined. That's it. That's all I got today.
Fire.
And that's crazy. And see, this, I'm trying to stay young. So this is, I don't know, let me put it in this camera right here. I highlighted, if you see, he said page 7. This is something that I highlighted that I said, I hope he talk about this, this part, because I talk about this a lot about killing the dream. Let's talk about that for a minute. Like, killing our dreams. Like, as children, we dream about all types of things, right? And the more that we come in age, we lesser start to dream. And even if we are dreamers, sad to say, some of our parents, not all, some of our parents, some of our close relatives, some of our friends, like he said, they will push their insecurities off on us and tell us to be realistic. You are a man now. You're 18 years old. You are a woman now. You have to think realistic. Dreams are not going to get you anywhere, right? So they're automatically helping us to kill our dreams. And some of us, we don't have to have anybody in our ear. But once we become of age, if we don't go to school, we go right out there in the job force, and we just forget about investing in our own dreams. We want to invest in somebody else's dream, and that is, nothing wrong with working for somebody else, but working on somebody else's job where you're able to continue to keep their dream alive and kill your dream in some type of sense. You should be able to do whatever it is that you got to do, but at the same time, invest in yourself. And I mean, by investing in yourself, invest in your dreams, the things that you envision yourself in, act on those things, act on those dreams. So but let's talk about it. I mean, because I talk about this all the time, man.
Daryl, I thought that was so cool. And as you were reading it, it made me think, like, I hope I'm not guilty of that with my own children. Like, I hope that I'm constantly pouring into them, but I have had that happen to me. So for you to just, in that little piece was so, so powerful. Like that, I love that. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words, but that's really, I wrote this forward. I was shocked at first, actually, because I wasn't expecting anything like this to come about. Like I was like, yo, should I really do this or not? Can I do this? I don't know. But as I got to thinking about kind of reflecting on my own life, that's what happens. You know what I mean? And it's not intentionally. People just don't know. We can't do what we don't know. You know what I mean? So all our parents knew was you get up, you go to work, and this is life. You got to support yourself. And we continue that cycle and that loop of this is what life really is, instead of, you know what, I want to make my life the way I want it to be. And fortunately, a lot of us have come around as we've gotten older, but there are still a lot of people who haven't quite gotten the gist that, you know, we can make this whatever we want. So that's kind of what I tried to do with the forward, and, you know, kind of focus on not so much on the past of what we used to think, but let's start thinking a little bit differently and take control over ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Definitely, most definitely, man.
I know one time on one of my lives, we were talking about dreaming. And of course, today in this book, we're talking about dreams as far as like goals. But like some adults, you start working, you get a family, now you got responsibility, and you got other things going on. I asked my chat one time, how many of y'all literally dream? And so many folks in the chat was chiming out, they don't even literally dream. So you don't even have enough space consciously to even go into a dream state. You can't even get no REM sleep. So even in our real life, you got to have space to still make room to dream as far as your goals and everything like that. So in both of those terms of dreaming, you got to have room and space to allow that. And so many adults feel like they can't, it's just work, it's just grind, it's the next activity, the next thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's my comments on killing the dream.
Can I add something to what Sean just said? The part about dreaming, and even as we're older, you said you asked who still dreams. I think the issue with the word dream is that it scares a lot of us because one, we have to be vulnerable with our passions and our self, right? So sometimes dreaming, it gives us, or some people may think it gives you false hope. I remember my grandmother used to say to me, dreaming doesn't pay the bills. However, when you have the 9 to 5, because my personal saying is the 9 to 5 builds or affords you to have the dream, right? It gives you the dream. You can finance the dream with the 9 to 5. But the 6 to 11 is where you build the empire that leads to those dreams. So that was my smart remark to hearing something like that growing up, because I'm a dreamer and I have the fortune of dreaming in color. And what I tell people is when you allow yourself to be vulnerable with your passions, your thoughts, your inner you don't succumb to limiting yourself to the possibilities. And I think that's what really scares people when they hear you should be allowed to dream. Even at our ripe age, you know, people say, oh, you're a dreamer. Yes. And I get excited about it because the possibilities of what I can attain or what I can do is far beyond anything that, you know, sitting here today, I thought would ever happen. It's because I allow myself to go there. But then I always follow up with them. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be free? Because dreaming gives you freedom. It's not giving you false hope. It's allowing you to tap into your abilities to do things differently. And because we've been trained that we are one size fit all, like we said, we grow up, we get old, you know, we work. There are some expectations, you know, what your family life should look like. All of this stuff is kind of carved out over time, and that's the expectation. So to break the mold and allow yourself to be free of that is scary for some people. They're just not open to the concept of doing things differently and allowing themselves to be vulnerable, but more so fail at attempting to do this, because if it's not the norm, there's going to be a trial and error period with yourself so that you can get it right. But that's the beauty of it. The dreams keep us going. It keeps us motivated at what those possibilities could be.
Preach, cousin.
I need you to send me that 6 to 11 situation, because sometimes I'll be like, you know what? No. But you're right. Like, you can do it for someone else's dream. You should be able to push for your own. I love how you said that, cousin. That was just, and it was plain. You made it easy for everyone to understand. So thank you.
Go ahead. We got Obafemi, I think his hand raised, and then we'll go to Mr. Nspire. Go ahead.
So, just to add on, when I think about dreams, to me it's like having a sense of vision. I think there is a definite need to be able to visualize, whether you in your sleep state or to be able to see something that you may not know exactly how it's going to work out, but you can see something that you are searching for, that you're trying to strive for. As an artist, having a vision and dreaming to say, hey, I want to, if I don't want this to necessarily be my 9 to 5, but if I can pay my electric bill off of this, like that's a goal, that's an aspiration. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, dreams are what I would look at is just having vision, being a visionary. And I think that's something that has to be exercised within a person. We may be born with it, but like you said, life be life. And sometimes that type of stuff gets sucked out of you, you know what I'm saying? Through family, through friends, just different life situations. So and you fail to start seeing, you start living a pretty mundane life. So I think just being able to have that vision, to be able to grow, to see something greater than what you see right now is something to strive for. So that's all I want to say.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Nspire.
I kind of wanted to just add to this because this is a passion of mine. Having children who are growing up right now, this is something that we've talked about, since they were born, and it's something that I stress now. But I'll say it like this: how can you do what you don't have the space for? So if I wanted to be here, but I had 5 or 6 other different responsibilities today, I got to choose which one of those things are most important. And based off of what I may feel is important, it might be what pays my bills, but that may not be as important as being here in this conversation, being able to build. So with dreaming, you never stop. You just don't have space to remember it or space to actually do it deliberately, but you never stop dreaming. In that slight moment where you feel relaxed, the thought comes and you like, whoa, no, I can't do that. So yes, we do at a young age have our dreams shut down, but that's when we're kids. At each stage, we are able to re-grasp control again. As an adult, if we're saying that, because of my childhood, that is one thing, but we also have the ability to say, I need to find out how to clear space in my life so I can dream. But what we're really saying is we want to live out our passions. We just keep using the word dream. You want to do what you want to do and not have anybody saying anything negative or having to feel a certain type of way about it. And I'm saying, what's wrong with that? We've always had that ability. It's that we've lost the space for it because people keep talking about bills, jobs, all this other stuff that really, when we step to the side, it don't matter what job you have, you can be making $100,000, you can be making $1 million, still got problems. Don't matter how much money you make, that ain't gonna solve your problem. So when we think about it, the things that we're actually putting most of our time and attention to are what's is eating up the space that we have to dream. So find ways, I guess, each day to focus more on these important things, the conversations, your thoughts that will lead to you acting on something, and less on the hearsay about paying your bills and how stressed. It's like, man, we can create a lot of this tension for ourselves, which means we also can alleviate a lot of this tension on ourselves.
All right. I like that. You definitely a fact. Syretta and Nikki, Keith is in the building. Keith, can you unmute your mic? Let me see whether let me unmute his mic. He may not. All right.
Kofi.
We can hear you, brother.
I apologize.
Say it again.
I apologize for my late arrival.
Okay. Well, we in the section of the show where we're reading inserts from the book. Brother D. Lewis read a beautiful page, an insert from out of his forward, and now you can read a insert, a page, just a page from out of the introduction that you wrote. And by the way, this is Keith Nickerson, y'all. Keith, introduce yourself before you get into it. I want people to know who you are.
I'm a self-published writer, author, inspirational speaker, and an old school brother that has a lot to share, and feel really privileged to be a part of this collaborative effort. And I've listened to a few of you give comments and feedback, and it's heartwarming and inspiring to see that there's interest and that the future is really bright with the right people involved. So I'm listening and learning and watching, and with dreams and visions as you age, I'm at the point now, I just want to watch them manifest. I see y'all these young little budding roses now, and you're just about to blossom. Any way I can partake in helping you reach whatever you desire. It's time for me to pay it forward now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's Keith, y'all. That's Keith, Master Griot. So, Keith, can you read a piece, a page in the introduction?
Sure.
We're so happy that you joined us.
And when I'm bad with technology, so I'm still getting trained. So the entire time I'm trying to log in, I'm texting Kofi, I'm texting Sean, and I'm getting more and more frustrated. And I prayed, and now I'm here.
Well, we're so thankful that you got through. Thank you so much.
I started a part where I said, whose dreams and visions are they? Private, personal thoughts and ideas constantly flood the conscious and subconscious mind. Momentary imaginations rudely snapped out of, disrupted daydreams, and sadly, unable to return to that exact spot or moment in time. Sharing glimpses of places mentally whisked off to, precursors of what's to come, or reliving past interactions, days of old. The remembrances generating perplexing positiveness of who, what, when, and where. Have no fear. Dare to be, to do, to try, to fail. And success isn't far behind. Our higher power, in its infinite wisdom, formed each and every one of us present, each and every one of us listening, and those in the future that's going to hear our words. Believe in yourself. That's the most difficult step of the journey. Boldly stand and embrace your difference. The essence of life is the reaching culmination of dreams and visions. I have no crystal ball, nor can I share a specific earth-shaking incident which formed myself, the present man. Dreams and visions exist in the future realm, a road paved by innovative thinkers like yourselves, ourselves. Like Mr. Nelson Mandela said, when we give light, when we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people our permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Before you can achieve it, you have to dream it.
Yes, sir.
That was really good. Thank you for sharing that with us.
He can definitely captivate you when he's reading pieces. Like he's just got that voice. And
you gotta holler at D. Lewis, man. They gotta connect. Him and D. Lewis gotta connect, man.
Yeah, man. He
brother on.
Yeah, we told him he can definitely be a narrator, man. But then that's our Master Griot, man. You're right. And I agree with you on what you said. It starts what you say, it starts in the spiritual realm or the invisible realm. When you're talking about thought, this is things what I'm thinking of. This is things that no one else can see but myself. So this is something that is in the invisible realm, right? And something that we take this thought or this vision or this imagination and we bring it forth into reality, or we manifest that into reality where we can actually see it, we can actually smell it, we can actually taste it, we can actually touch it, whatever it is that it is. And that's a beautiful gift within itself, man. So when I read that part of the book, man, that's I took that's what I took out of that little part of what you said inside that book. And also within that, this book, it for those who are, because this book is written for the neophytes as well, for those who may not know how that looks like to obtain something that someone else's can't see but yourself, and how to materialize it or how to manifest it in real time where you actually can see it and everybody else can see it, smell it, taste it, and touch it as well.
I want to speak on something that Keith said in there about what Nelson Mandela said, right? About whenever you like shine your light, you give somebody else that confidence and that hope to do it. I can think about many jobs I've worked on, and it doesn't matter if it's a custodial worker or somebody else around me at work. And they kind of doing the mundane, just go to work, just pay bills thing, but they're looking at me like, man, we co-workers, you writing books? Like the way they look at me, the way they talk to me, the way they say it, they're looking like, you still writing books, you still going to these schools doing speeches, you on the radio? Or they be like, man, I saw you on YouTube last night, man. Like the way they say it, it's like something about what I'm doing, making them think like, man, I don't know what it is, but I can do something. If someone can do it, that's always my goal when I'm doing what I'm doing, make everybody feel like, man, you can do it too. I'm not special, I'm not gifted, I'm not different. I wasn't born with some crazy thing nobody else has. If I can do these things, you can do it too. Is my goal.
We got.
I think I was born with a little razzle on me. I think that came with me. Seanathan, he wasn't born special. I'm over here like, well, there may have been a little razzle over here. But anyway, definitely, I appreciate that perspective, and I always give mad love to the Elder Griot for being a part and being that bridge to connect us together. So I'm so grateful for your insight on this too. And Sean, you was right. Sometimes people be like, "What, you still on that?" Yes. And hopefully, just that action piece that inspires, like, okay, you can look and see what's going on. And hopefully, something that you see or hear can inspire you to, light somebody else's candle. And then that person lights somebody else's candle. And then when we all lit up, what they gonna do?
Period.
Summer Winifred. I mean, I'm saying your name back.
So, I tried to write it down, so forgive me if I butchered it, but you said give people permission to do the same. So like when you live out your dreams and your goals, you give other people permission. And I think it's important because even though they're our dreams and our visions, there are so many other people that are attached to it. Like people that are waiting for our message or whatever it is that we are to create and put into the world. Like there are people that need that. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Like, yes, they're ours, you know what I mean? But it's not about us.
And if I can throw something in there real quick, the question is, when does the dream begin and when does it end? That's something we need to think about, because some people can still be living in the dream. Like they dream could really be still going on and never really ended. or they never began. And so it's never too late to start anything. Like, say it's never too late to go back to school. It's never too late to dream. You can be a 99-year-old, say, you know what? I'm gonna go do this. You just thought of a dream. A dream is nothing but a thought. And then once you put action, that's when it becomes reality.
Yes.
Right. Word. See, he's teaching our youth. Amen. 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 Amen.
That part.
Kofi.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to share a little more. When Sean and I talked about, and you talked about actually doing this program, I felt when you asked me to write this project, I wanted to do something really special. So I wrote one version. I wrote another version. I sent you a third version. I sent Sean a fourth version. And when you're a person that's proud of what you do, you want to do your best at whatever it is. In this project, I see dreams and visions transpire both day and night, whether awake or asleep, intended or unintended. Stored within each of us is a vast file of blank moments and drifts. Hidden within lies creativity. There's a time it was diffused by inequality, discouraged through glass ceiling limitations, and destroyed by pigeonhole thinkers. Our former precedent setters went unseen. Mental imaginations can occur within eyes wide open and clear minds. Take a few moments to recall a few commonly shared scenarios. You recall that little boy or that little girl in you seated at the kitchen table? It's your birthday. A cake with lit candles is in front of you. And mom, dad, sisters, brothers, etc., they suggest close your eyes and make a wish. The little altar boy who wants to buy a new pair of Chuck Taylor Converse All-Stars, but has only 37 cents in his piggy bank. Tonight, in a dark, quiet room on his knees, he will pray to a higher power. What are his prayers? After watching a movie with family, the young teenage couple is allowed some private time. No chaperone, finally alone, holding hands, they walk down the sidewalk. Both shy and slowly beginning to break down barriers of inhibition and inexperience, they gaze into the dark night. A sudden streak of light flashed through the darkness, a falling star. What do both privately envision? Impressionable in youth, way back then, someone or something caught your eye. What was it? Actions or a style so uniquely different? Witnessing it sent your imagination on a trip. That sunny, bright Saturday afternoon, relaxing in the backyard, after watching Soul Train, you discovered why your caged bird fears singing. Buck the norm. Refrain from the latest social media trend. Be that raisin in the sun. And try living from the mind. Thought interpretation is enlightening, prompting self-growth. The entirety of life is, if blessed to possess a healthy mind, a rational mind, it's the source of ideas initially seeded by dreams and visions. Pray the flow never ceases. Never stop dreaming. If you do, a part of your inner dies. Always aspire. It's an unquenchable fire.
All right. All right. Man, that's key, man. Like I said, the last we did this. This is crazy. This is episode 5 from season 2, the book launch. We didn't set it up like this, but last year we did the Modern Day Griot and Griots, the New Generation book, and it was season 1, episode 5. And I'm gonna say the same thing I said on there, that I enjoy reading Keith material, right? He's, we call him our master griot, a master griot, for a reason, man. I mean, he's a phenomenal writer, man. So I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. I know Sean and Dr. Wade, also appreciate you for writing this introduction. And I know people, when they get their books, they're going to enjoy it as well as, as well as myself and Dr. Ashley Wade and Sean does as well. And hopefully, we can get other people to, reach out to our Master Griot and get some of his 40 some published books that he has. Yeah. Nick, who is it's on us now, ain't it, Nikki and Syretta?
Yes, but we have a question.
Mr. Koulas. Did I say it right that time?
Okay.
You were close. It's Kolas.
Kolas. I'm gonna get it.
You were close again, but not there quite.
Yeah.
I was trying to connect with her to say what I thought, but I was wrong anyway. So
it's all good. So the one thing I wanted to say when we're talking about our sharing our light and dreams is that we need to realize what's all happening. So it's not just this idea of us creating a blueprint, like it is that, but it's much deeper than that as well too. We are, in a way, showing people the things that we're passionate about and that motivates them. But then we're also creating fulfillment, because the reality is that this is not just for us, it's for the world and the people that we're showing, right? So what I mean by that is, whenever you have a dream, there's always a purpose. There always has to be something that you plan to do with this dream that you're fulfilling. And often that thing that you're trying to do should not just be for yourself, but to help others as well too. And in order for that to become a reality, what you really have to do is have consistency, but also at the same time not care what other people think. And so that's how a dream continues, is you have this mentality that this is going to happen no matter what anybody else has to say, no matter who tries to interject or tries to throw salt on what it is that I'm doing. And what you also do is you take something that wasn't a thing and you turn it into a thing. So it's almost turning something that was just not there at all into a reality for, other people. So one thing that I've said, and this is very important for me, especially with me having a pro-Black brand, is that a lot of people have asked the question, can you talk about pro-Blackness in a world where media and censorship and all this other stuff is a big thing? And I told them, you can turn a brand or create a brand out of anything. All you have to do is continue on with what you believe, stay away from like feeding into what people say that goes against what you do believe, and then make sure that you understand how you're trying to help other people. So it's not just about you, it's about them as well too.
I totally agree. So it's on us now, huh?
Yes.
All right. So we're not gonna read every chapter we're not gonna read an insert from every chapter. So I'll start with chapter 1. I don't know where Sean or Dr. Wade may start at, but I'll just start with chapter 1. I'll just start with chapter 1. So I'm gonna start with something that it's kind of like everybody kind of already hinted on it in some form or fashion, but I want to talk about the power of dreams and visions. So in chapter 1 on page 45, I have a section in here called The Power of Dreams and Visions. So the power of dreams and visions can transform our lives in ways we never thought possible. They are the driving force behind outstanding achievements and the catalyst for our personal growth and fulfillment. Dreams and vision gives us a reason to wake up excited and purposeful. Every morning, they give us a sense of direction and a clear path to follow. When we have a dream or a vision, we have something to work toward that gives our lives meaning. Dreams and vision also Dreams and vision also have the power to inspire others. When we act on our dreams, we show others what is possible. We become the source of inspiration and motivation for those around us, encouraging them to pursue their own dreams and visions. Dreams and visions can shape our reality. We can believe in our dreams and act toward them. We start attracting the resources, opportunities and people we need to make them a reality. Our dreams become a magnet that draws everything we need to success. So this power of the dreams and visions, it's kind of like we already kind of touched on it, but I kind of wanted to reiterate on this because this is something that, you know, I don't like to use the word believe or belief, because believe or belief is accepting something without knowing, of surrendering something without facts, proof, and evidence. But this is something that I stand on, and I actually see it working for me and other people around me. It's when, like what you said a while ago, Cool Callus, it's like I got so many things going on. And I'm gonna say this live on TV. I done said it already where I recorded it, right? I'm far from being a millionaire. I done told people many times that I will be a millionaire before I cease to exist on this plane of existence, right? So I don't care what nobody say. I done heard all kind of different people say certain things, but I'm determined to get where I'm at. So I see how there is power in your dreams and your visions, because again, I keep telling people that dreams and visions go hand in hand. They both operate in the same, they go hand in hand, right? One gives you the purpose and one gives you that fulfillment, right? So I believe, or I know, when you act on the dreams or you act on your visions, right, and let your imagination take over and you become creative and you figure out where you turn your dream into a goal. That is the first step, is turning your dream into a goal. Your goal is an action item. It is from where you want to start and where you want to end, and how long it's going to take you to reach that dream, or where you envision envision yourself at. So and I'm speaking from myself and from others that I have seen. I believe once you act on your dreams and focus on your dreams and work the steps, because I'm always talking about steps, I'm always talking about process. So when you're working those steps and those processes to reach that end result of your dream, because I'm a multiple dreamer, so I don't have just one dream in particular, right? And I'm working on all of them simultaneously at one time. So I believe that once you act on your dreams, I have seen this personally, and I have seen this from hand in hand, you are going to start attracting people. You're going to start attracting places. You're going to start attracting resources, right? You might be like, well, dang, once you act on it and you on your dreams, these things are just going to start falling in your lap. You're going to start getting resources. People going to start supporting you in any type of way. Okay, so now I'm getting all these type of resources. I'm getting this support. I'm getting people who support me and people who want to also see me win and believe in my dream and want to invest in my dream, or just tell somebody else about my dream, or put me in position, right? So there are great possibilities that happen when you own and you act on your dreams and your vision.
Thank you, Kofi. When you were reading it, I felt like you could feel it. Like you genuinely not just believe in it, but you want it. Like for the words in itself, like as you're reading it, when I read it, I'm gonna read it in your voice. I just really loved how you did that. I felt like it came through.
Appreciate it.
Sean, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, whenever he speaks on the attraction part, right? I know over 10 plus years ago, people use a phrase like the law of attraction and things like that. It sounds real spooky and like mysticism, right? But he's right. I can remember certain people I wanted to contact years ago, and I couldn't contact them. I wanted to work with certain people years ago, and for whatever reason, I couldn't work with them. After hundreds of hours of work that I did, I just wake up one day and certain emails in my inbox. I wake up one day and certain phone calls being made to me. I'm not chasing it. I'm not running after it. I'm not clawing behind it. It's really like coming to me. Dr. Wade and I talk about this all the time. Things that just come with no effort. You've done so much action on the front side, you attract what you want on the back side. So that action piece, it got to be there with the attraction, man. Action, attraction. Got to go together.
Yeah, I do believe what is meant for you will be for you. And just putting it out there, it just comes to you. Winifred, am I saying it right?
Yes, perfect. I was just going to talk about, same thing. So action, how important action is, just the importance of getting started on your journey or on your walk. Because I feel like, from my own personal experience, it wasn't until I started and put myself out there that I unlocked like new levels to my dream that I wouldn't even have realized had I not kind of got out there and met certain people or got certain exposure or just kind of did some trial and error. And then from there, my dream started to grow or even shift or change completely. And I think a lot of people are worried about the whole start and stop thing. So a lot of people never get started, or maybe as soon as something goes wrong, they just want to, throw the whole dream away. But it's very important to just keep walking, keep unlocking new layers and new levels to your dream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is so important. Your dreams definitely have to flow like water and be able to mold to certain circumstances, because no one knows the future. So you might reach a roadblock, and if that stops you, you're done. But if you can work around that roadblock, like that's when dreams truly start becoming reality.
It's definitely the mindset.
Dr. Wade?
Yes, indeed. Thank you, ladies. And people don't understand also, like this is a missing piece that people don't always include, is energy and posture. Your energy and how you pour into yourself, what you allow yourself to think about, that's why I love A.A. Lewis, because she deals in the possibilities. I'm like, you can live there and you can act out in that higher realm with your energy up, come on, highness, and a posture of grace and gratitude. And that, I wanted to touch on that piece in regards to what Kofi was saying as far as attraction, because at this point, so many opportunities just be like, and people are like, well, how do all these questions arise? And it's like an energy and a posture, because somebody mentioned this earlier, like conflict is constant as well. And so how you handle that conflict, how you think through it, all plays a part in your energy and tells the universe what you're ready for. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want to execute, but how is your energy? And reflect on that. How is your self-discovery? How is that going? And then those things, when they connect, it just ignites and activates that energy. And then attraction starts to really be manifest. Shout out to y'all.
Don't speak, Dr. Wade. Y'all ignore this fan. I'm just extra as hell for no reason.
Mr. Kula.
Listen, the spirit is high. The spirit is high, honey.
Okay, listen.
Did you get it right?
Did I get it that time?
Get it right. She get the day right.
I feel like I did. Did I get it that time?
Go ahead, brother.
You might have to say it again, Nikki. I don't think
I can do it again, though. Kula.
It's Colas.
Colas. Nikki, I'm gonna say it next time.
I'm gonna have it next time.
Okay. You know what? Mr. Colas, it's your turn.
Good job, sis.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, I think that A.A. Lewis actually had her hand up first, but I didn't know.
Sorry, cousin.
I didn't want to cut her off if she would. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So the one thing that I was gonna say is when it comes to following your dreams and going through with your vision, I think the one thing that you need to really be concerned about also too is the intentionality. What I mean by that is there's, obviously the attraction piece, but I'm just looking at the action piece. You have to be intentional about the people that you choose to connect with as well too. And it's very important that you connect with people who are like-minded, people who are on a similar wave to you. Now, that doesn't mean that we all need to be the same, because nobody here is the same. And all of our goals and aspirations are all different, right? But the mentality is similar. We're all people who are very motivated to achieve our goals. We are all people who want to connect with people who, again, are like-minded, people who are inspired to try to help people with the things that we like to create. So we need to be intentional about people who are similar in mindset and thought process, because a lot of times I think that people who have a certain goal, they just want to get any attention, no matter what that attention looks like. But I think that it's important to tailor who you choose to have these relationships with, because that's a very important part of having your dreams manifest and for you to be successful, is to work with people who not just believe in what you do, but also inspire you and who can help amplify your voice, and you can do the same in turn for them. So my whole point here is that you need to connect also with like-minded people and with individuals who believe in your vision and can share that with other people, and you do the same. So it's reciprocal.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Colas.
No problem. You got it that time.
I knew you was gonna get it, sister. I knew it. Thank you. D. Lewis or cousin, y'all have something to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna speak on what Kofi was reading as well. It's the dream part is first. You got to have this thought. Everything comes to us, or everything we see around us was first a thought in somebody's mind, right? So we first have a thought, and then we can envision what that, whatever that is, looks like. But that action piece that Kofi's talking about there is what aligns us with our dream and our vision, right? So that's why, you know, it seems like all these things are coming at us. You know, Sean's mentioned it, man, I can get in touch with people that I tried to years ago. But when we keep working in alignment, I believe, with our dreams and our visions and our goals, we get that action piece going, which aligns us, and then we create a vortex, right? We create this vibrational vortex around us that is going to constantly continue to bring us things that are going to benefit us to fulfill whatever goal it is we wanted to, you know, as far as what dream we had in our vision. So I wanted to point that out, that I really like that he stressed the action piece of it on our part, because we can hope all day. A dream and a vision without action is just a hope, right? Ain't nothing going to happen. You have to physically start to do some things that align yourself with what you say you want. And once we figure that piece of it out and we start moving in that direction, then, you know, from wherever it comes from, some people say the universe, some people say higher power, whatever you want to put that, things start falling into our laps that is going to help us fulfill those dreams and goals that we say we have. So that piece is very important. That's all I really wanted to add.
Thank you, cousin.
I feel like that's also something you have to be ready for. Like, be ready to receive it, because a lot of times when you get into these spaces and stuff, we get scared, we get nervous. Like, should I be talking to her? I don't know. And just being ready, like when you have that thought and you're in that space and being around people that want to push you and help you into that. Like, there has been many times where I've talked to someone, I'm like, Nikki, I know she's talking to us. And Nikki has to be like, no, Syretta, we're really nice. People like to talk to us. You know, there's just certain times where you have to be ready to receive it. You know, it's one thing to like have it, but then us and ourselves can tamp down our own greatness, our own, dim our own lights. So I think that's something, being ready and open. Dr. Wade? Or was it Kevin? It was Dr. Wade?
Actually, it's me who raised the hand. I raised my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Kevin. That's Matt.
Matt. So I want to speak on that. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a trained engineer. Didn't know how about going about it, but I knew that's what I wanted to do as a kid. Fast forward to about 2017, the transit company out here was offering jobs to be a rail operator, to work, basically operate trains out here. I wanted to work on, like, you know, UP or BNSF, but I said, I'll take this opportunity. I had a coworker I was working with at another job. She said, I know somebody who works for Dark. Maybe I can talk to them, you know, see if they can help you get on. So that goes into knowing the people, but then not giving up on your dreams. I was a kid, and I think I was 28, I think, when I started working operating on the train. So that's like a whole long time ago. Never gave up, but still, like, well, I'm gonna do it one day. I'm gonna do it. I don't know how. Excuse me, but I'm gonna do it. So you can't give up on your own dreams, but also know the people you might know can help you succeed with that dream as well. And that expired. That goes back to Kofi. When I put that on Facebook, everybody was like, "Oh my God, like, this is something you want to do as a kid, like, and you got to live your dream job." Like, that was so inspiring to a whole bunch of other people that it was like, let me enact on my own dream. Let me try this. Let me do some things. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to that one candle can light a million more just by one little small thing. So you never know who you were inspiring.
Right. Cousin, is your hand still up? Is your hand up?
It was. It's me this time. To piggyback on what you said, Syretta, around being willing and ready to receive, your blessing. And I think a lot of us tend to, because of self-doubt, because we put in all of this work and energy and fulfilling the dream, that when it actually starts to come to light, we don't know how to receive it. And I sit here and watch so many people. I go, you put in all this work. How can you not be ready? And I think that's the step that we don't prepare ourselves for. Like, because we're still in movement. Again, there's action behind it. We're still moving. We're not thinking about getting to the end or receiving what we're looking at. We have the picture in view. We're in motion. So when that time comes, and we actually start to see these things trickle down. And you even said it, like I've said it, I fangirl a lot. And when I get a chance to see these people and they actually know my name, freaking you. And then I have to stop myself because that is telling me that I'm not worthy of what I've been working for. That all of this energy and action and commitment to the process, I've been aligning myself with, I'm not worthy to receive it. So I have to stop myself and literally say, this is part of the dream. This is the passion piece that you need to be open to receiving and accepting. And that makes, and again, because my claim to fame, my whole life has been I'm emotionally constipated. I have to be open to those emotions a little bit, right? That's the part of receiving my blessings, because the last thing we want to do is get there and not be ready. Not see the blessings as they're coming towards us, or not being ready to receive the accolations, the kind words, the being asked to be in gatherings such as this and be part of conversations like this. Like, we don't want to overlook even the littlest part of whatever this dream or vision and passion leads us to, because we're not ready. And that's the one downfall that I see a lot of people miss, because they're not preparing themselves. They're not open to what all of the benefits of what they've been doing actually look like, because we've had this vision and tunnel vision, and we've been in movement for so long that we miss the step of acceptance. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Very well put. Thank you. Miss Billienicole.
I had to step away for a moment for a phone call, but I will say my thoughts about dreams. I think we need to handle them with care. Some of you all on here know better than I do about having newborns. Everybody can't be breathing on them. Everybody can't be kissing on them. They have to have shots. They have to be well taken care of. They have to be cleaned in a certain way. Their clothing has to be washed with a particular detergent. And I think that we get excited about our dreams and we don't handle them with the care that we would an infant child. So I think that we need to do that, swaddle that dream and protect it on the front end. You can't tell everybody, because everybody ain't happy. Everybody don't hope and wish the best for you. Everybody don't want you to be great. And as my father would say, if he was here, everybody can't go with you either. So some of these people that you are attached to right now in this moment, they are not built for where it is that you're going, but you are. So you keep pressing on that journey and you go. And it doesn't mean that you completely forsake them, but for this part in your life, they can't be a full body participant as they have before. So I would encourage people to treat your dreams as something sacred, as something precious, because it is. And whatever and whomever you believe in to guide you, to send the right people to you, to put you in position, to put you in the right place, to connect you with the right resources so that dream can be fulfilled and so that people can be blessed, because as Sister Winifred said, people are tied to your dream. And a part of them may die if you don't do your part. And I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just telling you what it is that you have to do your part so they can do theirs. And then there's a domino effect of greatness. And there's a lot of impact of greatness as well for the people around you.
Oh, I love
that's
that.
the word.
Okay, didn't we all need to hear that?
Go ahead, Sean.
I wanted to speak on what Matt talked about being 28 years old and he finally being able to be with the trains, right? I love reading biographies and autobiographies. A lot of people, even in the book space, don't like reading those books. What I find empowering studying a lot of your billionaires and millionaires, they didn't crack off until they was in their 50s and their 60s. See, social media fool us to make us think, man, I'm 40 years old, I don't have this. Man, I'm 30 years old, I don't have this. But most of your very successful people happen later on in their life. So the anxiety and the age that we feel like certain things not happening is very, very misplaced. Like Matt said, there's no time limit on your dream. You could be 70-something years old and just crack off. It's graduation time right now. I'm seeing people in their 90s getting their masters, people in their 90s getting their PhD. Like, there's no time. As long as you got breath in your body, you still got time, man. So I'll leave it at that.
That's right. That's very true. My daughter says that she manifests instantly. Anything she wants, she gets. Like, and when she first started saying that, I'm like, girl, looking at her crazy, but I'm like, why not? Why can't she manifest anything? Why can't it happen the moment she wants it to? Because I was taught we had to, you got to do this, you got to do that. But the world is changing. There are young people that are billionaires, right? Like the world is changing. We can't limit ourselves. So when she says that, now I'm like, ain't that the truth? Like, it's just becoming a thing. So now I'm like, anything I want, I can get. I'm God's favorite. That has become something that I say all the time. Like no one can tell me otherwise. So I really do feel like it's just the mindset. Like, and what you had originally said, Kofi, made such a huge, look at all of the conversations that just that one passage is bringing around. Like that's what this is about, these spaces of getting to be together and have these kinds of conversations and also like supporting each other. Like, giving that, you can do that. Let's exchange numbers. Let's, you know what I mean? Like that community that we're building is so awesome. And it all came from just one piece of a puzzle. Obafemi?
I just want to expound on what Billy spoke on about, nurturing and, treating your dream as something sacred, and being careful of who you share your dream with. But at the same time, there's an African proverb that says, if you dream alone, it's only a dream. If you dream together, if you dream together, it is reality that begins. Like your dreams are connected to, like you said, other people. Typically, what your dream or your vision is supposed to help enhance other people's lives by what you do or what you're going after. So I think that works in a certain level of alignment as we think about purpose, your vision, your dream, your intentions behind what you want to do. If you have good intention, it's probably going to help benefit other people as well. It's definitely going to enhance your life, but it's definitely going to bring some light to other people's lives. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I think it's on Sean. Sean, you up next with a page.
I would like to share something myself.
Well, let's get Sean and Dr. Ashley Wade.
I had told Dr. Wade in the chat she can go next.
Okay.
Lady first.
Guys, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. That's mad respect, mad love. I appreciate that 100%. So I'm going to read an excerpt from chapter 6, which is called Celebrating Success and Reflecting on the Journey. Yes, listen, what I'm saying is that with an elevated mindset and the forward movement in your creation and personal development, you will accomplish your goals. I mention the word creativity frequently because as you deposit knowledge and lessons into your personal psychology, you have to produce through your unique energy. Whatever it is that you create, nobody can do it like you. Exactly. And honey, that deserves a celebration. Celebrations feel better when you know you've earned them. Celebrate the achievements that you make. You'll move through celebrating your stages to celebrating your finished products. Hallelujah, somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
I said, woo, that almost took it. Celebrate completions, celebrate the partnerships and the advances, the revenue, the new opportunities. You want to know why this is such an important step? Because folks give up on themselves every single day. Easy. So many of us live defeated. Folks will have a grand idea, then let the idea disappear, the dream fizzle, and they lose hope. Guess what? You didn't. And that's noteworthy. That's worth more than a pat on the back. I can't tell you exactly what to do to celebrate because we all have different tastes, but do it and make it special.
Ouch!
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was that piece you just read, Dr. Ashley Wade, was like my favorite piece within that chapter that you read, because a lot of times we will be working so hard to get to wherever we trying to reach it, and when we almost there or we reach that arrival, we don't sit back and take it all in and celebrate. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I took from that I have to do. I don't do a lot of celebrating. I don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere. I don't do nothing. I'm in this office. If I'm not in here, I'm over there at the other workstation. If I'm not at that workstation, I got one on the other side of the room. So I'm always working. I never sit back and reflect. I never celebrate and say, hey, we finna go out. Why we finna go out, me and my family, we finna go out, we finna go celebrate. The first time me ever really just celebrating something was last year. We did something last year. We had a cake. It was a celebration. I gave gifts out. We shared a lot of stuff together, you know, and I just took that. We gotta learn how to, once we get to where we go at, stop, reflect, and celebrate. So I appreciate that piece that section of the chapter that you wrote.
Thank you, Kofi, because we earn it. Like, we have to move from the posture of like, oh, yes, you have gratitude, to really thanking yourself for doing all the work and giving yourself love and appreciation that you did it through the creator and all the other things that you worked on. Give that gratitude out, however, and watch how it comes back to you. But that celebration piece is important. And we know you, Kofi, you the worker bee. We appreciate that Red Ranger energy. But especially you of all people deserve to celebrate. Hello, somebody. So make sure, and that's the thing, however you do it, you quantify whatever makes sense for you to celebrate. If it's just you sitting on your porch, enjoying whatever you want to enjoy, and that's what you define as celebration, let that be it. It don't have to be out. It don't have to be, it could be. For those of you who like
we know you like to turn up.
But you get to quantify that and make it work for you, and then make it what it is. Okay, yes, I did it, and I celebrated. Because sometimes we end up in our head, well, did I really celebrate that like I could? Maybe I should have did this. You ain't got to think, you make up your mind. This is what I'm doing to celebrate, and let the celebration commence. And then as you come down off of that, get back into your grind. And that just is more inspiration, more motivation, because you know, if I keep working, I can keep celebrating.
Right.
Celebration is different. Your turn up is so different when you know that you earned it. When you know you put that work in, baby, you don't care who's looking at you. You don't care who got a snarl on their face. You're going to do you and flex that because you deserve it.
Right. I love that. And it helps to prevent burnout, you know, like we can say it's so easy to dream, right? But like it still becomes heavy because we still have children, we still have work, we still have lifing. So that actual celebration can genuinely keep you going at times. Like even just the pat on the back, you know, I'm lucky because there's two of us. So where I fall short, Nikki's gonna be like, come on, because me, I'll celebrate. Okay, I'll celebrate. Nikki will be like, okay, but bitch, now we gotta work. You know, I'm not that. I'm good. I'm working on it. Sean, go ahead. I only said it one time, y'all. I'm gonna be good.
Y'all are silly, man. I love it. So Dr. Wade said something in that piece about you are so unique. Your gifts are unique, right? So I always say that life is a walking contradiction. So we just had the analogy a little while ago about you got to be careful who you tell your dreams to, and you can't just tell it to anybody. I can go on my laptop right now. I can send you all of my future books. Nobody can do those things like I can, but I really, really feel like. I can go here right now and send you all of my speeches. Somebody go deliver those things the way I can. So all of us are so unique. You can't be so scared to guard your dream to where you don't want to share it. You don't want to bring it around because you think somebody gonna steal my work. Somebody gonna steal my stuff. Like, and we all writers in this space. Most of us on the panel, we are writers. We live in a space where people are really guarded about who they share what with. I don't have that particular fear, man, because you can't do it the way in which I'm going to do it. So be bold. I say personally, I go to the mountaintops and shout out what I'm trying to do because that's how I attract what I attract. But then shouting that out, you can't take nothing from it. It's impossible.
Right. I think that is true. But I also feel like you know who you're surrounding yourself with. You're surrounding yourself with people that are going to water your garden. They're not going to steal flowers. These people are actually trying to give you flowers. So I do believe in protecting your energy and the certain things, but like there are certain people that you automatically know. Like when we never even met A.A. Lewis, but you can't tell me I don't know her. Like you can't tell me that we know each other and we've met and we've hugged, because she literally will text me through a text message and I feel a hug. Like I feel the love. So I know no matter what I say to her, it ain't going nowhere else. And she's going to help me. She's going to be like, girl, here's a little bit of fertilizer to help those grow. So I do think there is, you know who, and if you don't know, sometimes God shows you and then you're like, okay, well, not you again, bitch. You're not the one. Okay. Winifred?
So there's a lot of talk in the world about things being like oversaturated market for this and that. And sometimes it gets in the way of people moving forward with their dreams and their visions. And like everybody's been speaking on, like your uniqueness, like you doing it, as long as you're staying true to who you are, I feel like that makes it unique. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, just another book or just another this, just another that. Because you're doing it, it's something special about you. It could be you looking how you look, you know, in a world where a lot of people want to look like one thing, like, no, you come as yourself, how you look. Maybe it's where you're from, maybe it's how you speak, but the way that you put it out there into the world, that's what makes it special and unique. So that was my piece.
Thank you. Colas. That's what I said.
You got it right this time.
Thank you. I was saying it in my head before I talked.
So I wanted to say two things. First of all, I wanted to tap on this idea of celebrating whenever you have an accomplishment. One thing that I personally have struggled with is celebrating the small things. I'm a very big picture thinker, so I like to celebrate once I do something big. But what I found is that when you actually celebrate the small things that you do, it motivates you to continue to do the things that you want to accomplish at some point. So it's not just about celebrating when you put a book out or when you finally make revenue or you make a lot of revenue. It's not just that. You also got to celebrate when you get to a certain amount of followers or you connect with that one person that you always wanted to connect with, or whatever the case may be. So you want to make sure that you are celebrating anything that you do that is positive, because it continues to have you motivated in reaching your goal. The second thing that I wanted to say is I personally don't believe in this whole notion of not telling everybody all of your moves. When I build a community, I want people to know about the things that I'm doing in my process because I like to create authenticity. The reason why that's very important is because there's too much phoniness and maybe even like confusion that's created by people not knowing what you do and how they also can do that too. So that's part of the inspiration process. Whenever you do something, people aren't buying into just what you do. They're buying into you as a person. So when you're a writer and you create a book, it's not just that you are a writer, you're a brand in general. So they're buying into who you are, what is personal about you, and what makes you special. And I think that it's important for us to really show our full selves whenever we are just showing the things that we're doing and how we're trying to help others.
Right. That's powerful. Cousin?
Oh, damn, my bad. I kind of spazzed there. I don't know. No, but I wanted to talk about the whole celebration thing. Like Colas, I struggle with sometimes celebrating the smaller stuff. Um, but mostly when I think back of why I kept things so close to me, to the chest, and didn't really want to celebrate, is because of this concept, that I don't want to appear like I'm conceited. You know what I mean? I don't want to be cocky. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. And I had to grow myself out of that, actually. You know what I'm saying? So the celebration part is important. Why not? Why wouldn't you celebrate what you've accomplished? So not just the big stuff, but the small milestone things along the way are also important. So we have this false concept of what humility is. You know what I mean? We've been taught that humility is not voicing, how you feel about your accomplishments, right? To protect other people's feelings. And in my opinion, that's bullshit, right? Because what I'm doing, if I do that, is I'm limiting myself, I'm dimming my own light. So humility is being appreciative for the things that you're able to accomplish. It's not necessarily not speaking about them or not celebrating them. You just hold that appreciation for what you've been able to accomplish, along with others' help, if others were along on that journey. But never let somebody tell you that it's not right to celebrate something you've done. Because that's somebody that's dimming, you're dimming your own light when you do that.
Right.
I just wanted to add that.
He is married to somebody who celebrates the littlest accomplishments. Because I think so for me that I 25 years, I'm not phased one bit. It keeps us grounded and motivated. And what I mean by grounded is I'm making us live in the presence. In the present and in the presence of that blessing, because a lot of times it's easy for us to skip over it and go, okay, we got that done, on to the next. No. Live in this moment here, because this is something good that just happened. This is us on the way to greatness. And I always say, listen, I think we're great. Just waiting for the world to catch up, right? But that doesn't happen if we don't stop and celebrate this moment and remember where we're at right now. So luckily for him, I help out with the little celebrations.
I'm gonna go along with all that, Joe. We ain't gonna start now.
I like that though. Sometimes people need to see you happy, and then it makes them easier for their own dream, because they're not seeing you because showing nothing but the tiredness. Sometimes people need to see when you do fulfill your dreams, you can be happy. You can celebrate. You don't have to always be in the struggle. So it is nice for people to see you coming out of that sometimes.
And more than that, if someone has an issue with you celebrating accomplishment that you worked hard for,
that you don't want around,
that's someone you don't want around. Mr. Nickerson.
I said,
I heard. We all heard.
Said I could be me.
Okay, I told you to be a little less you.
Kofi, can you tell her that you said it was okay for me to be me?
Did you have something to say? Mr. Keith?
You're on mute, Keith. Let me unmute him. I had to mute him a while ago. Sean was talking and he was outside and in this morning. Hold on. He may not know how to do it. Hold on, I'm finna unmute.
Kofi.
There you go, Keith. There you go, Keith.
Okay. No, really, as I've listened and I understand now, we understand ourselves and we limit ourselves. I grew up in a time where it was conditioning, and as a young Black boy growing up in Jim Crow, Louisiana, always was an intelligent kid, but I was called a smart nigga. Oh, no, you please. And those preconceived ideas limited what I thought I could be. I never saw Black writers. I never saw Black engineers. The people I saw when I grew up, they worked in the sugarcane field. They worked on the trash truck. They worked in people's yards. There were no professionals, no writers. When I first started writing, I wrote all my characters were white because I read John Steinbeck and Edgar Allan Poe and all these white writers.
Right.
A lot of us are products of our environment. I found it difficult to celebrate. When I first came home and wanted to let the world know of my writing ability, I met Sean Polidor, and I would give him some samples of my work, and I would ask him a certain sentence every time, a question every time. Do you think it's meritorious? Because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think my writing was good. Yet now I look at it, even back then I was a badass dude.
Period.
I never was confident enough to pat myself on the back. When I was a boy, if I did good in school, I had 4 sisters that did bad. My mom would say, you don't have to throw it in these things. Be quiet. Keep that to yourself. All the accolades, all the positivity. Humility can consume you so much when you don't even want the world to know about your gift. You're such a good person, Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and I don't want to shine. Like Mandela said, man, take that shade off your head, man. Let the world know what you do. Nobody can be you but you. I don't care. Anybody try to, so say, write a Keith Nickerson project, a part 2, or say that was theirs. Impossible. Impossible. They don't have no techniques like me. They don't have my own. I would know it's plagiarism before I even blink my eye. Believe in yourself. Put it out there. That's the only way you're going to find out if you have something going, huh? If you keep it to yourself and hoard it, who's going to know? I have over 100 books still to publish. Nobody going to know about them unless I take a chance.
Right.
I've never published a book before. I wrote to numerous publishers to try to get a publishing deal. I'd still be writing today if I did. I was waiting. Weight broke the bridge. Weight broke the bridge. People want to lose weight. My mama told me about weight, a whole different thing. They say wait on the Lord. They say all that. My mama said, boy, weight broke the bridge. You better get busy.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Miss Winifred, did you have something to say? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to
go ahead, Mr. T.
Sometimes when I listen to Ashley, some of her psychological concepts and some of her professional direction based on her expertise, based on her season in life where she was absorbing and becoming that sponge, and she transfers it. We've collaborated and put into this collective group a true genius, man. My local area, it's so rare I interact with people of like minds. I find myself being a hermit. And when I'm given the opportunity to share with y'all, to interact with y'all, to feed off of y'all, man, please, let's do this more often.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. Ms. Winifred, did you have something to say? Did I miss your hand?
It's real short. So I feel like it's a given too. So I probably don't even have to say it. But as we're talking about, celebrating ourselves, definitely celebrate each other, celebrate and acknowledge even, perfect strangers. If I see somebody posted up, when I'm going for my walk, I will stop. I'll ask them what they have going on, take a card. If it's something that I can't buy, the little gestures, even if it's just listening to someone or a follow on social media, a little heart, a little whatever it is, everything counts. And so be sure that you recognize you're putting that energy out there and it will come back to you. So make sure that you support others. Your time will come if it hasn't come yet. So definitely do that in good faith.
Yes, thank you. Paying it forward is definitely important.
I like how even something small as a like that definitely can continue to make people being like, all right, somebody liked it. I'm gonna put out another video. I'm gonna put out another picture. Like it really can help. Like you start off with one and then there's 1,000 before you even know it, like blink of an eye. And someone's sharing. Sharing is so big. Like if we could share each other's things and then 3 more people share, I'm not gonna go there because I'll bend them head too much. But yes.
Yeah, Keith, hold on a second, Keith. Let us write your question down. We're gonna go into Sean.
I'm good.
Oh, okay, because of time, for time issue.
Go ahead, Kofi.
Okay.
Sean. It's Seanathan.
It's on me. Okay, yes, let's do it. So, something I'm very, very proud about this project is I always say that we're all writing in different states, and we don't know what each other person is writing, right? So, of course, first you have the vision, you have the dream, you got one. Next, you want to take some action steps. Cool. This particular chapter is chapter 4, harnessing on your creativity, innovation, and in the subtitle of the chapter, I want to speak about putting your face in the place, right? The importance of environment. Because overall, I think the pandemic really handicapped us in particular. But people think I can do everything at my house. I can go to school at home. I can work from home. I can work out at home. They lose the value of whenever you do go to certain spaces, what you gain in that. So I'm going to read a little short excerpt of this particular part, putting your face in the place. One of the major keys of building your creativity will be placing yourself in spaces where others are creating too, even if it's not in your particular field of practice. Just being around others who are driven, focused, and have a dream too will stoke some fire inside of your heart. Observing how other creators operate, their small nuanced habits, the discipline they possess, the passion they pour into their subject matter, how they speak highly about their practice as if it's the most precious thing in the world. All these things can help you fine tune and get the wheels turning in your own creative endeavors. Another advantage of being in the right environment is that it naturally makes you want to get moving as well. Instead of wasting time procrastinating and getting distracted by your smartphone. The reason why so many people struggle with online school and home workouts is not because they lack the ability to do it, but because it is very hard to be disciplined on your own. You can have all the best intentions in the world. Everything around us these days is created to grab our attention on purpose. If you are a writer and you put yourself inside of a bustling coffee shop or a library where others are at their table pondering away at their laptops working and studying, something inside of you says, okay, let me put this phone down and get some words on the page, right? Even if you don't walk over and talk to these people. In fact, don't do that. Just see them in an environment where jumpstart your desires to work as well. Same holds true for the gym. If you're in the gym working out by yourself, just seeing other people across the room working hard at their goal make you feel like, all right, I'm over here too. I'm in the building. I'm gonna show you what I can do as well. So with that being said, in that particular part of the chapter, it's just focusing on the environment you place yourself in. I know for myself, I gotta really buckle down. I can't be at home. So I will lock myself in the library in one of those study rooms for a couple hours. I will get more done in 2 hours in the study room versus 5 or 6 hours at my house. Because some man working, something says, oh, the laundry right quick. Oh, I'm going to go to the stove, put something on the stove for dinner tonight. Oh, I'm going to the next day. I'm going to check the mail right quick. I'm going to do something about home is just pulling you subconsciously. When you put yourself in certain places, all you can do is the thing. And I'll leave it at that.
It's very true. Yeah, that you bring a really good point to the fact that when you are at home, even like when you work from home, there's just so many things that require you that are constantly pulling you. And I hadn't thought about it that way, about literally just going out, because I'm always with her. Like I always have somebody, so I never need anybody else. But you're correct. How am I going to grow if I stay in this one situation, this one little spot? So thank you, Sean. That I appreciate that. Very insightful. Did anybody have any questions or anything they want to say to piggyback on? Wade? Oh, yes, Dr. Wade.
I appreciate Sean's humor. One of these parts says, when he says, look around and see what other people are doing. He said, even if you don't go over and talk to these people, he said, in fact, don't do that. I love that about Sean P because he gonna be humorous. He gonna drop his little funny pieces. Because when I read that, I hollered because I was like, "Yeah, don't do that." If somebody is in their zone. But I love that too because sometimes we can be so serious when we have these conversations, and adding that good energy in can kind of wake up the energy inside of the reader to say, "Okay, yeah, this is funny. This doesn't all have to be serious. It doesn't all have to be, where we're so super hyper focused. You can pay attention to what other people are doing, and you can read books like this that are very important, dreams and visions, but then you can laugh throughout it too with
right. Cousin.
Okay, yeah, I heard you this time. Get on it. Let me go and get on it. Won't waste no time. So, as an introvert, as a personal trait of mine, I'm introverted, right? So I take that what Sean just read in a couple of different ways. Yes, I have to get out of the house and get myself out there in different spaces where people can meet me and I can meet different people. Well, I got that part down because my wife is very good at that, right? She goes to all the book expos, she's out there, she's on social media, like everybody knows her. And she never goes nowhere without me. So I, by default, am known within that community that she travels through. Now where I fall short, and Sean, it's funny because he would get in my inbox, man, and I love him to death because he be on my ass all the time, right? Because he knows one of my goals was to be better at social media. I gotta get myself out there so people can know who I am, even if it's just a little quick 2-3 minute thing, and I'll be putting it off. So he got at me, man, and I finally did it. But then I fell back off. And just yesterday, I swear, it was either yesterday or the day before, he sent me something. And I said, this mug, man, right here, this thing, man. And he be on me. And that's what I sent back to him. And I was like, man, you be on me. But so that's how kind of I appreciate him for that. He's trying to get me to realize that my face needs to be in a different place other than in my booth. You know what I mean? Other than behind my computer screen when I'm doing post-production. Like I need to be visible in more spaces so that my brand can grow bigger and my dreams can manifest themselves a little bit easier. So I appreciate my man for that. And so I know when he's writing that down, he's speaking the truth. Because he's on my ass, boy. And I appreciate him and I love him for that. Thank you, Sean P.
Yeah, you have to. I at one point, and I'm still lamb, like the people that I have a family here on Instagram. And I had a family one time when I was a part of this other community called the Conscious Community, right? I thought these people were my family, but I don't fool with a lot of people. So it's always me. If you in Brookhaven, all you're gonna see is me in the car. You're gonna see me, my wife, and my kids in the car. I don't fool with a lot of people. And I don't really like the social media thing, even though I post a lot on social media, even though I travel a lot. At one particular time, I stopped, I think last year, maybe about a year before last, I took a break from trying to traveling. But traveling, and like he said, is putting your face in a place, especially if you're trying to grow your brand, you're trying to get people to buy into you and buy into what you have, right, and what you providing. Whatever that look like, you got to get from beside yourself, man, and do it, because I don't want to do it. Like when people see me posting or see me on YouTube or see me somewhere, I don't want to be bothered with people, but I know I have to be out there because I have these brands and I'm trying to get people to buy into these brands, and these brands that I have, it's not only going to help myself and my family, but these brands are also going to help other people as well, man. So yeah, we just gotta get beside ourselves, man, and do whatever it is that we gotta do. Cause I think that's the only way that it ain't no thinking that is. That's the only way we gonna be able to be successful. You gotta put yourself, and I talk about this all the time, putting yourself in position. You can't put yourself in position if you at home all the time. I'm just sorry to tell you, you can't do it. So you have to put yourself in position, right? So you have to, so I believe in that. So if there's something going on and I think that it's going to benefit me, you know what I'm saying, or benefit my brand, I'm going to insert myself in it, even though I may not want to spend the money. you know what I'm saying, for a hotel. I may not want to buy gas. I may not want to go to these high-priced restaurants while I'm out there because I'm not at home to cook. I'm going to go there and rub elbows with these people, and I'm going to tell these people about who I am, what my brand is, what I have to offer, and I'm going to leave some type of impression behind. So, okay, well, this brother here, he does publishing. Let me reach out to him. This brother does editing. This brother does production. This brother does professional photograph. This guy does cinematography, because that's another field that I'm actually getting into as well. So you got to the only way you're able to put yourself in position, you have to get out there and like Sean said, put your face in the place. You have to be present on all these social media networks. You have to network with people. But I'll say this too, and I'll leave it alone. You have to be careful. And I'm saying is you have to be careful. And I'm speaking from my own experience. I can't speak for nobody's own experience. A lot of people think I just popped up in this space on Instagram. So I've been doing this stuff for the last 11 years. I was a part of another community, and I was very visible on YouTube. That was like my place of origin, where I put in a lot of work on that place and published a lot of other books. But you have to be careful when you put in your face in a place as well, because you don't want to put yourself amongst people who's going to suck all the energy out of you. You don't want to put yourself in position with people who is going to sabotage you or even steal from you, so you have to be careful. Even though you say you can do it better or you're unique, people can steal your ideals and use them for yourself, or people can just use you up. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing with sharing and giving information, but if you always pouring out and they not pouring in, you need to not have your face in the place.
That part. That's right, Kofi. That's so right. That part. Sean?
I know we all about the same age, give or take. We're not dating ourselves, but I still come from a time where before all the Zoom and all the Skype and everything, you had to really, really be there. When certain things in the world happen, you have to really be there in real time when it happens. And once again, I go back to the pandemic, because there's the real boom of staying at home. Like Kofi said, when I did my training part of my life, I had to really take my own money, pay for my flights across the country, pay for my hotels to be around some of the best trainers in the country, be around some of the best athletes ever to get the knowledge and skills that I had to come back home with. I could only get that from going there. I can do all the at-home videos I want, all the at-home DVDs I want. There was nothing like being in certain people's actual presence. And the mirror neurons that you use, that we have to get certain things. I learned certain things 15 years ago in one weekend I would never forget. Because it's so hardwired from literally being there with those people doing it. We got to get back to that. We got to get back to that. With all this technology, we got to get back to what the primitive was, right? It's our ancestors did it. So we got to get back to being in the places.
Right. Yeah, that's so true. I think people have to get comfortable again with meeting new people and exposing themselves to new people, because there's so many things, like you said, the pandemic, we're worried about being sick. We're worried about people not accepting us for who we are because of the way we dress or the way we talk or the way we look or whatever. So I do believe that back in the day, if you will, you didn't give a shit. You were just comfortable in your own skin, right? Because there weren't so many people that were saying all these different things about you behind screens or whatever else it was. So it's really like just being comfortable in your own skin again and just being out there. So I really like what you said about putting your face in spaces. And I like how you said like that actual situation right there, right? Like literally your face, because I could just go there, but not go as myself, right? I'm presenting what everyone expects me to be. So I like putting your actual self, being who you are, and attracting the people that are going to accept it, and you're going to find and enjoy those people as well. Mr. Kolas, go on, sister. You just saying it. You just saying it.
She likes saying the name now. Nothing wrong with that.
She don't be saying it all the time now.
So just to share a little bit about my journey, just being on social media and being an author and all this other stuff. Me personally, I really didn't like social media when I first started, putting myself out there and talking about a lot of the projects I'm working on and things like that, and then just building my brand. I really didn't like it because I think that there were two things that were going on. Number one, I think I was maybe in the wrong setting. So kind of speaking to what Kofi said a little bit before, you to a certain extent, I wouldn't say have to reinvent yourself. That's not the right word, but maybe like rebrand a little bit. And sometimes part of that rebranding is focusing on whatever that purpose is that you're focusing on, and then also looking at the people who you're trying to connect with. Growing up, the only people who you really have connections with, as a kid and you grow into your adulthood, are people you go to school with and, your family members and things like that. And sometimes you find out that those people aren't the best people to connect with when you're trying to, build up the stuff that you're passionate about and things like that. They don't show you the support sometimes that you would hope for. They also can't accept this new I guess, person that you've come into a revelation about. So I think sometimes that's very important. And for me, it was because, I was on Facebook and like all the people I was connected with are people who I went to school with and things like that. And I'm like, man, like, that was a certain season in my life, but like now I'm somewhere different. And so once I got onto Instagram, I really started, connecting with people who, again, were like-minded, like I talked about before. Because I will say that about half the people that are on this panel right now, I've connected with in some way. And I have thoroughly enjoyed and appreciated that connection. Like, for example, Winifred and I have connected like a whole bunch of like countless times. Her and I've had all types of conversations. She's phenomenal. She's awesome. Always been a great supporter. I always support her as well too. Sean, same thing, very supportive, very cool. We've had so many conversations where we chopped it up in the DMs. And even recently, A.A. Lewis, we met in person at a book sign, at a book fair in Charlotte. And ironically, like we're both like Michiganders too. So I was like, dang, like I'm surprised this is the first time we met, but it was still cool. And that's my point, is when I actually got a chance to get on the right social media network, I got to start creating authentic connections. And, these are with individuals who I appreciate being able to see even in person. So I think there's a lot of value, because when I first went into this, I was like, okay, this is a business thing, but there's a level of pleasure in it as well too,
That's important. Not us being jealous because you actually met Miss AA. Not us being jealous. Okay. My eyes got all big, like, what she smell
Must
like?
be nice.
What's her hair cute? Tell me. I know she be having a cute little hair flip. Tell me everything.
Yeah, she's real cool. I love her. I love your energy as well too. That was the other thing. So
I believe it. I'm so jealous.
I know, just a little. Go ahead, cousin.
Hey, day is coming. I promise you. Our day is coming where we're going to be in person, even if I have to come out there and just visit. But Olas, he said something earlier about being intentional with the things that we do, right? Sean says we need a face and a place. Those two go hand in hand, because if we're building out our passion through our dreams, then the action is to be present. We have to be surrounded by individuals who are going to be there to assist us. That doesn't happen, like Sean said, when we're on screen all the time. Sometimes we have to be in person, like you said, Syretta, because two things happen. There's a moment of transparency, because I can't hide behind the mute button. I can't turn the screen off, right? I have to be my authentic self to attract the right energy and the right people. And sometimes that doesn't always come through when there's a screen in front of us, or if we're talking on the phone. Sometimes the only way real connections happen that align with our vision and dreams is in person. So you have to take those extra steps to be there. The other thing that happens is you get to weed out who's not supposed to be in that circle, who should not be part of the brand that you're building. Sometimes that only happens when we can connect face to face, because you can't hide behind pretenses. And this allows you to figure out, you might have had one vision aligned with this person because you had a great connection on social media. You get with them in person and you realize somewhere along the way, you detoured your vision to accept the nonsense that was out there. So now we have to go back, because if you're like me, I see the big picture. I already know what it looks like for the Lewises, right? Right. What I need to do now is go back and fill in these steps. And along the way, may have taken a false step to the right when I should have went left, because I thought the connections we were making were right for us. And then I go back, yes, I didn't listen. But the point being is, in-person connections give us the chance to reevaluate whether or not we're still aligned with the ultimate goal. And like I said, there's no hiding behind screens and muted faces and, pretty pictures that they post on social media. We actually get to feel the energy that's coming from them. We get to dissect a little bit more about their body movement or body language. What about that didn't sit right with me when they said that? What was behind the intention of those words that they chose? Those are the key points that happen when you make that face to face. So you have to be intentional about being out there. And I think all of us will agree. We don't always want to, but it's a necessity for the brand and the dream. And like I said, it gives us a chance to be our authentic self and attract the right energy in people. But it also gives us a chance to detract or dismiss all of the elements that shouldn't be surrounding us. So that's my thoughts.
That's true. Okay. It's kind of like what you said, Kofi, about like putting the money out there. Sometimes you got to spend a little extra money. Like sometimes you do have to put some money out there just to actually get to those places and to truly just see for yourself and get out there. People to just us. We're not authors. We don't sell books. So we're selling ourselves. So you have to meet us to know that just because my mouth is bad don't mean my heart not good. And just because Nikki's quiet don't mean she's sweet. You have to actually get yourself out there. And if it does cost a little bit of money, it's fine to invest in yourself. So I like that you said that, Kofi. Dr. Wade, you are such a hater.
I love y'all for real. My favorite sisters, for real.
We love you.
Sometimes we discount that we can be a part of someone else's alignment. Like maybe that business or that brand is waiting on somebody like you to walk through their door. Maybe they saw you on social media and was like, oh, if I see her, I'm gonna ask her. Or if she could, you know how that goes. And then boom, you show up because like Sean said, you put your face into place and they're like, oh, let me ask you, would you like this opportunity? Oh, well, let me ask you, those things like that. So don't miss out on your opportunities too. And I know it depends on environment. Depends on what's going on around you. I get all those factors. But again, even sometimes within that, you can light up the room when you get there. And secondly, those opportunities may be waiting for you to get outside. I had a recent opportunity just by being at this winery. I was talking to Sean about it way before. Actually, part of it was Sean's idea, way before it actually happened. And then I went to a space and they were like, oh, we've been meaning to ask you, boom, would you like to do something? Of course, I'm connected to these people on social media. So any time of the day, they could have been like, da, 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 da. But maybe they were waiting on me to get to the place. You know what I'm saying? So that posture, to them, I'm probably part of their alignment. So I'm looking at mine, but I'm also part of someone else's alignment. And that matters. If you show up at the place, it could be a library. Wherever you show up, it may be the place where you least expect to get an opportunity. But if you go, you never know, what type of opportunities are waiting on you and how you can be a part of someone else's alignment that way.
That's so true. I love that. Sean?
Yeah, I'm going to say it real briefly. Every part of this book is about action. It's about being active, right? So I want to talk about this. Even whenever you are in a place, you still got to be active, right? You could be at a building for a conference or something, and they have 1,000-something people. And then I asked you after the conference how many contacts you made. You were like none. Like you was around 1,000 people. You had exchanged no information. You didn't get no phone numbers, no Instagram addresses, handles. You didn't talk. You didn't shake hands. Like how is that possible? But some people really go to a place and they just in their little phone, or they just sitting there like a little church mouse, You gotta be in there. Remember the term work in the room? Back to intentionality. Whatever I go to a place, my mind already said I'm gonna be about 20 people. A 20-person minimum. I'm going to shake hands, man. My name's Sean P. This is what I'm doing. Back to not being afraid to see what I got going on. As I'm talking about what I'm doing, they might say, "Oh, you doing that?" I know a director. I know a guy that do funding. This guy do contracts. This guy knows how to do LLCs. Like while I'm talking about what I'm trying to do, it might be in place already. If I'm just quiet and sitting there, he gonna walk clean past my behind, and I will be in the place. It's still not being activated anything. So you got to be active in those spaces.
Mm-hmm. I think it goes back to being open, like, you know, not just going there because everybody's going there, but going there because you want to be there. People can feel when you ain't really trying to connect with them. People can see when you're just like, hi, okay, and then you leave. So really just being ready to receive and be received.
That's true. And like, again, when we go to book events, we're not authors, we're book bloggers. So like when you're going as an author, the intent is to be seen. Mm-hmm. So people are coming to see you. So for us, we have to be open to the growth and the experience of putting ourselves out there. Oh, you're an author. Hi, I read books, you know, and it's not easy, especially because I'm like you, I'm very much an introvert. And Syretta is very much outroverted. Let's talk, come over here. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know, I've reached my friend level, like I reached my community level. But you have to open yourself up to that, especially when you are on social media and trying to grow, because that's half the battle, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how talented you are if no one sees it. Mm-hmm. So to bring it back to the goal and the vision, is stepping out of yourself to make that happen. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I just think that is such a beautiful thing. So you're right, Sean, having your face in the place is just as important as what you're doing behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. You have to show up for yourself to make the dream a reality. Mm-hmm.
So let's get into the last segment of the show, and that's the that's Alexa talking to me. The drawing. The people who pre-ordered the book. We're gonna do. I did the names. I didn't put the numbers in here. I ain't feel like going back and pulling all the numbers, but I got all of the pre-orders in this thing. So I'm gonna take all of them out and I'm gonna put them back in this bowl, and I'm gonna shuffle them up so y'all can see what I'm doing. I wish my wife was here. So I'm gonna put them all in here so nobody won't say I'm cheating. So
hey, put mine in there. Put mine on the top.
Unique.
Put mine on the top. Put mine on the top, man.
Pull Syretta. I don't care what anybody else thinks.
What they gonna do?
We got there. What is you talking about? Put yours in here.
Put mine on the top, man. It said, "Baby needs shoes. Baby needs shoes. Baby with them dice. Baby needs shoes."
While Kofi gets it together, does anybody want to discuss anything about dreams or anything that you felt like you wanted to say that you didn't get to say? Do y'all have anything that you want to add? It's Kofi putting them in one by one for me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I got them all. They have all mixed up, so they are all mixed up. Now I'm gonna take them.
Hey, I want to say something, man. This is our book release day, man. Let's celebrate right now, bro. As the author on this project, I'm very, very excited about this. This is a big, big deal. Independent authors. We don't have a traditional day we publish on traditional Tuesday. This is our day. It's our book birthday. I am very, very excited. Keep it going, man.
All right. Let's see who we gonna get. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm just gonna pull one out. All right, I got one right here. So let's
come
see.
on, Big Six. Come on,
if it don't say unique, it's no justice.
Come on, Big Six.
Nickerson Williams. So it is no Nickerson Williams won.
Wow, that's crazy.
The $260 worth for
congratulations
for prizes. So congratulations to Nickerson Williams.
Congratulations.
I'll be reaching out to the winner this afternoon via email and phone call if he's registered his name also on the website. So congratulations to Zach for the $260 worth of prizes. That includes merch and books. So congratulations again on that, man. Woo. I want to say, man, I appreciate before we get up out of here. I want to say I appreciate D. Lewis for participating in this project. This is his first piece in a published book. Everybody know him in the space as
give it up. First time.
Then a book narrator, a great narrator is that, man. So I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
even with the piece that you wrote on the forward in the book, man, you knocked it out of the park. Even though if you wouldn't have told me that, hey, man, if you wouldn't have said, man, I don't write, I don't do nothing, and if you didn't say that and I read it, you know what I'm saying, I would have thought, man, you've been writing for a long time, man. So I appreciate so great job. Appreciate Keith Nickerson for being also our Master Griot for being, or our Fobar for being a part of writing the introduction for this book as well, man. Keith. So I appreciate you, Keith. I also appreciate Sean, and I appreciate Dr. Wade for also helping in this collaboratory effort. I got that word collaboratory. I never started using that word collaboratory until I started being around Keith. So, but I appreciate y'all, man. For being also we all being a part of this project. I think everybody will get something out of it as well. I appreciate everybody who joined the panel. I appreciate Billienicole, she had to run. I appreciate Mr. Nspire who came on. I appreciate Obafemi who came on. I appreciate Cool Collis. I'm saying your name wrong. I'm sorry. I know you done pronounced my name wrong several times. But
you right.
But I appreciate you for coming on in the panel, and I appreciate you keeping your word. That's the thing, man. When we say we're gonna do something, man, I'm speaking for myself. When you say you're gonna do something for somebody and you keep your word, man, that go a long way with me, man. So appreciate that. Yeah. Appreciate you, Winifred Summer, for coming on too. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very well. A.A. Lewis, I appreciate you as well. I even appreciate you for breaking my cherry with a certain particular certain particular literature. So I'm ready now for I appreciate it. Oh Lord. Syretta and Nikki. Syretta and Nikki.
Appreciate her for the same thing, Kofi.
Yeah, I know you do. You had to say it.
Listen, it is a good book. It is a good book.
No. It's definitely. Yes, it is a good book. And I said that. I said that on live. It's great. It's an excellent book. The storyline is great. Wow. Syretta and Nikki, I appreciate y'all for hosting the show. They are really my sisters for real. I appreciate them.
It was so nice meeting all of y'all.
Right. So, that's my last words, man. So anybody else got any last word? We're going to keep it short because we got to hurry up and get up out of here, man. I got to go, but go ahead.
I got one thing I want to say.
Go ahead.
Wait, who that talking about them griots? Who that?
Who that, baby? Who that? Yeah.
I just wanted to add, I appreciate
with us. This was our first time hosting something like this, and we are so thankful that y'all were cool. Y'all let us do us, and I thank y'all for that.
Yes. Always. Thank y'all.
Hey, I wanted to thank y'all, man, because I appreciate the love all of you guys showed me, the three of you authors, man. The way y'all just was like, yeah, go, you got to do this, man. Go ahead and do it. I appreciate that, man. Definitely one of the best highlights of my career so far, man. So thank y'all for all the encouragement y'all giving me and embracing me in y'all little community, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.
No doubt. Love you too, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anybody else got any last words?
Hey, Kofi, people in the chat, they're ordering the book in real time on YouTube, and I appreciate their purchases of the book. When are you going to close the pre-sale? Is that going to be at midnight tonight or
midnight tonight? So if you want to take advantage, the pre-orders, the pre-orders are 25% off. They're going to original price after midnight tonight. So if you want to get it at 25%, get it at 25%. I've been screaming on Monday, I'm gonna mail the books out, but I didn't know. I don't celebrate a lot of these holidays. So it's Labor Day, whatever, Memorial Day. It's one of these days, one of the days, national holiday, whatever national holiday it is they won't be open. So on Tuesday, I'll be going to the post office and I'll be mailing the books off. Y'all will see me in real time. I'm going to create a video, me actually packaging up each person book and me taking them to the mailbox so people can actually see that in real time as well. We got these folks money, so I always try to make them feel comfortable once the exchange of money is taking place. But Tuesday I will be shipping out all pre-orders and whatever we get up until midnight, and whoever get them after the pre-sales.
I love that you do that,
Kofi. One thing, bro. We're getting our orders in. I want mine in person next week in New Orleans, man.
For sure, I'll be there because
I want the books and my apparel, bro.
I
got you. Ain't got to mail me nothing. Don't mail me
nothing. I got y'all.
I want mine signed.
I got you.
In New Orleans next week.
Yeah, and I'm bringing you a gift. I'm bringing both you and AA a gift as well, man. I want my wife to meet y'all, and we might need some counseling. We might need some counseling too from y'all. How y'all been? Y'all been in 20, 30 some years? What? Oh man, boy, it's some work. It's some work.
25, bro. 25.
25.
I'm gonna tell you, what's going on in New Orleans next week?
It's the literary awards down in New Orleans next week.
Where at?
It's in New Orleans.
No, I mean the venue, all the information. I'm not gonna laugh yet.
Y'all better scoop up Mr. Keith. Y'all better slide.
I'll send it to him.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll write down how I can.
All right. Anybody else?
Mr. Keith ain't playing either. Y'all better send him that.
Yeah, anybody else got it?
He ain't playing.
You cool? You cool, Summer? You got anything? You still cool? All right. Then what about you, Dr. Ashley Wade? You know I'm always saying Dr. Ashley Wade. I'm going to keep saying Dr. Ashley Wade because that is a major milestone when someone has those credentials behind his name. So I don't know if you be uncomfortable or tired of me saying that, but I'm proud to be a friend of someone who has those credentials. You know what time it is. All right,
okay. I hear it every day with that. Dr. Wade. Every day, Dr. Wade.
I appreciate the love for sure. And I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for your time with us today. It's been fun. Like the Griot said, the link ups need to link up. Maybe we need to do this more often, have more of these conversations. Because conversation rule the nation is what they say. But anywho, besides that, I'm so glad I got to meet y'all virtually for real. And so this is so dope as an experience to share. Thank y'all for helping us celebrate. We just talked about celebration. So
yes,
y'all mean a lot to us. And so we are glad to be able to reciprocate that love that y'all show us. So much
most definitely. If y'all need us for anything, man, just holler us for anything. Just holler us and we gonna make it happen, man. All right, then. On that note, man, we out of here. Peace to everybody that was in the chat. I hated it. We had to do it on Zoom. We weren't able to have it. Click it on my StreamYard so I can see the comments, but I was been watching the whole thing. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, we out of here, man. Episode 5, season 2 is in the